job on Hwasin, basically creating that tank shell. He's just going to basically camp tanks at that edge, use the dropship to spot, and try to take out those Goliaths. Doesn't look like Shudder's falling for it. Shudder doing an excellent job of just keeping all those troops just out of position. In the meantime, yeah, that Vulture's scouting around to make sure that Shudder hasn't expanded anywhere. Four factories up for Hwasin in just a second here. This is really going to be trouble for Shudder in a moment here. Hwasin has a decent economical advantage. He's going to have the production advantage in a second here, and he has dropships out, really the mobility advantage. He has those siege tanks up the front, up on his front defending, but he doesn't have anything defending those siege tanks. In the meantime, he's got to hold forces back to defend against the drop from Hwasin. Hwasin looks like in the meantime he's got his armory down. He's at full production on both of those fronts. He's got those two dropships. I would expect him to be moving in with the drop momentarily. Shudder in the meantime trying to produce a dropship of his own, it looks like, to try to basically put in some forces in that and just follow those dropships around, make sure that they stay in a neutral position. In the meantime, again, yeah, Hwasin's just kind of camping the map out, making sure that Shudder isn't getting out of his base. He's going to build up a force, and as soon as he feels confident that he has a significant force for a decent sized force for a drop, he's going to drop on his main, would be my guess, and then do a second drop on his front, take out those tanks in siege position while he's distracted. In the meantime, a little bit of delay on Hwasin. Shudder got his own dropship out. Looks like excellent move on Shudder, knowing that he can't get that northward res point dropping. In the meantime, looks like Hwasin has spotted out those dropship. He's dropping Goliath. He's going to be able to take out that drop. Well, does slight damage to the dropship of Shudder. Has 3 dropships up. He's just basically trying to box Shudder in, keep him to those 2 expansions, and basically get a significant force on his own. He's already got 4 dropships out. I would expect that attack I was talking about again fairly quickly here, where he's going to do a drop on the main. In the meantime, dedicate one of those dropships to just drop on the front tanks and push forces right up his gut. Looks like he's going for another dropship. Yeah, Shudder in a bad position here. Barracks now spotting across the base. He's going to be able to do decent damage to those tanks. That's really a mistake on Shudder, having all those tanks sieged in proximity like that. Just a single tank defending with 4 dropships in the air. Here comes that drop on the front, dropping all over those tanks that are in siege. Those tanks are going to go down. Shudder's losing his front. He's trying to pull these SCVs out to do an attack. Just absolutely getting destroyed, though, trying to bring his dropship up, but those 4 Goliaths aren't going to be able to do anything against this tank force. I'm surprised that Hwasin didn't leave 1 tank unsieged. I suppose he thought that those 4 Goliaths would be sufficient. Looks like they were actually sufficient. In the meantime, he's got Shudder trying to protect his ridge with those tanks, but he's losing his secondary. He really can't afford to push up. He's bringing up SCVs. He's going to try to use the SCVs to spot, drop on those tanks in the siege position, hopefully have enough to take those Goliaths down, and keep Hwasin from shelling his secondary. Hwasin in a commanding position right now. I would expect reinforcements to drop on his main now while Shudder is out of position. Looks like he's doing that now off screen. In the meantime, he's got another expansion up at the 9 o'clock position. There's the drop on the main. Goliath taking down the dropships of Shudder. Shudder has all his troops out of position. I'm surprised again, he's just allowing those Goliaths to defend, but they're doing a decent job against those SCVs. In the meantime, Shudder has all his troops at the front. He's going to have to unsiege them, bring them up, and by then they're really going to be out of position. Shudder dedicating all his SCVs to try to take out those tanks. That's going to be it for Shudder. He lost all those SCVs. Both his secondary and his main are decimated. In the meantime, just bringing up what troops he has to try to do kind of a pithy attack against Hwasin. Good job by Hwasin, really pushing that economical advantage, holding off Shudder while he had the production advantage. Very solid Terran-on-Terran gameplay. Again, Hwasin proving why he is a top-tier Terran. But Shudder didn't really make any mistakes. It was just one of those solid bad situations. He didn't get the scout out. Excellent game. I hope you guys enjoyed that commentary. Also check out Moletrap and Plazart. Thanks for listening.